Hi, it's Jeanette from Far Forest Ceramics based in the UK. Do you like testing? Do you like test tiles? Or do you like seeing the results without all the work of doing them? Well, I'm one of those people who loves doing testing, and yeah, I know, I'm sad. And I share all my tests on my Instagram page, and also I do videos of my test tiles. So this is an intro that you'll see at the beginning of many of my test tile videos, and just skip past this if you've already seen this intro. There's nothing new in it. But basically, I do my test tiles and I do them on a stoneware white Millennium clay, usually as a baseline, and then I'm trying some speckled clays as well. I use mainly Mako, Amico and Spectrum glazes and combinations of, and I have an Instagram page called Far Forest Ceramics Glaze Tests. It has a search facility on there. So in Instagram, if you just type in #FFC underscore, that stands for Far Forest Ceramics, and then just the name of an Amico or a Mako or Spectrum glaze. If I've been testing it, it'll all come up. So for example, Celadon Bloom, it would be #FFC underscore Celadon Bloom. And then you'll see all my test tiles that I've made using that specific glaze. So I find that my way very useful to find, a glaze that maybe I want to use up, or I've got this on the shelf, what can I do with it? And it just reminds me of some combinations maybe I have tested but haven't tried on a piece before. So that's on my Instagram page. But then I also had somebody asking me, can you put something on YouTube? So what I'll try and do now with every batch that comes out the kiln, I am trying to do a little mini video. So on both Instagram and YouTube, I'll share with you both the pre-fired image so you can see the glaze application, number of coats, what glazes I used, what I fired to, what clay body it was, and yeah, everything that you might need to know. Hopefully this helps. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now onto the brown tones and the warm earthen tones. This is Spectrum, this is 643, and this is Spectrum Light Coffee times 3 coats, and I've added 1 coat of Flux Blossom on the top rim. Not sure about that, but the light coffee works lovely like a celadon on the texture at the top. Then on the back I have done 3 coats of light coffee, and I've done light flux on the top, which has created, I think, a better movement here. I'm not liking the white in it here, but I do like the light coffee on the texture on that one. This is Mako's Copper Ore times 3, and then I've added light coffee on the front times 2. Not liking that one. And on the back, wow, what a runner. This is 3 coats of copper ore, and I have added Himalayan salt on the back. This is quite interesting, but I don't like that. Here I have got Flux Blossom times 2 coats all over, and on the top I have done light coffee times 2. The colour's tone, but I don't like how that's worked out. 647, this is copper ore times 3 coats, and I've put birch on the top half times 2 coats. No. And this is copper ore times 3 coats with muddy waters times 2. Don't like that one either. This is 630, this is very nice. This is sandstone times 2 all over, and I've done soft aqua 2/3 down times 2 coats. On the back it's exactly the same, sandstone times 2, soft aqua 2/3 down, but then I added Flux Blossom on the top. That is very nice, but that runs, so you'd have to be aware just how much both of these run. So it would have to be on a tall piece or less application, but some beautiful colours coming out here. Or on a bowl maybe where it's going on the middle, that it would run into the middle, could be quite nice. This is a test to see how much of light coffee I need to get a coverage. So again, 1 coat at the bottom, as you can see down here. It's still quite a nice tone. 2 coats at the top, but that texture shows up gorgeous. I like that. I do like that for a nice warm brown earthy tone. On the back, this is 2 coats at the bottom and 3 coats at the top. So the 3 coats is very nice, but it's not much difference to the 2 coats. I think I'd do 3 coats if I want to get a non-patchy area. I love the translucency of that one there. It's a beautiful tone. 651. Now 651 is manganese wash, 1 coat just at the top, honeycomb times 2 all over, and then the top half grey opal. It's run quite a lot as well. £5.94. This could work well on my little owl with how this has created this effect here. This is River Rock ×2 all over, snow on the top half ×1, and then I've stepped it back and put a second coat of snow on the top third. It hasn't run too much and I love that texture. It's not texture, it's just the snow on the River Rock. Now on the back it's exactly the same, but I haven't done the final coat of snow. So this is 2 coats of River Birch and 1 coat on the top half of snow. So I like it with that extra third coat of snow on the top. And I might use this on the little owl that I'm trying to find something that's got this sort of mottledy effect. 2 more to go. This is number 639. This is an interesting one. It is Cordovan ×3 coats all over. Then I've done rose quartz ×2 in the top half. Those colours tone very well with the Cordovan. On the back I've done exactly the same, 3 coats of Cordovan, but instead of rose quartz I've put Flux Blossom. It hasn't run anywhere near as much on the Cordovan, so I've put the application the same for both. Rose quartz, Flux Blossom. So the colourings are coming out similar, but if you don't want it to run, use Flux Blossom. If you do want it to run, use Rose Quartz. This one I absolutely love, number 661. I've done 2 coats of oatmeal all over. Then I have done River Rock 2 coats on the top third. I think that's also very nice. Don't like it on texture, but I do like the colours that have come out here. And that is the end of my brown earthen tones.